friends, I am Rashmi. Welcome to SRS Info. Today we will discuss some important MCQs related to pharmacy. First question, bioassays are carried out to perform what? What is bioassay? Bioassay is an analytical method to determine the concentration and potency of a substance by its effect on living cells or tissues. When this analytical method is applied in living cells or tissues, then it is called as bioassay, and it may be qualitative or quantitative. So, bioassays are carried out to perform or measure the pharmacological activities of a drug. Here, option A is the answer. In the biological assays, these are used to estimate the potency of an agent or an agent by observing their effects on animals or tissue or cell culture system. Okay, this is what is called as bioassay, and this is used to estimate the relative potency of a sample compound to a standard compound. It's actually a comparison of the sample compound to a standard compound. This bioassays involves, first thing is it needs a stimulus, for example a drug. Okay, then this drug or the stimulus is applied to an object, so it needs object means it may be an animal or tissues, plant cells, tissue culture system, etc., whatever be the object. And after that, the response or effect of that subject is triggered and measured. This analytical method is called as bioassays, and these are carried out to measure the pharmacological activities or effect of a drug. So option A is the answer. A component of coenzyme A is, enzyme is performing the catalytic activity of a chemical reaction or a biochemical reaction. What is catalyst? Catalyst increases the rate of chemical reaction, and coenzyme supports this activities of enzyme. Okay. Then coenzyme A. What is coenzyme A? Then the coenzyme is a non-protein chemical compound. This is a non-protein chemical compound or a metallic ion. This is a metallic ion or a non-protein chemical compound which is required for the enzyme's activity as a catalyst. And in coenzyme A, in human beings we can find the coenzyme A, and this coenzyme biosynthesis requires cysteine, pantothenate and ATP. The other name of pantothenate is vitamin B5. So simply we can say that coenzyme is very naturally synthesized from pantothenate or vitamin B5. So it's a component of pantothenate. The answer is option C. This pantothenate is the byproduct of pantothenate. Okay. This helps to reduce cholesterol, that is triglycerides in our body. This pantothenate is also used as a dietary supplement. This is also used as a dietary supplement. So the component of coenzyme A is pantothenate. See the other options. Inosine. Inosine is a nucleoside, and this is formed when hypoxanthine is attached to a ribose. This is a nucleoside and it is mainly found in tRNA. What is tRNA? This is translation RNA. This is very essential for the proper translation of genetic code. Okay, thiamine is vitamin B1. This is a water-soluble vitamin, and this is important for the breakdown of carbohydrate from food. And what is triphosphopiridine nucleotide? This is coenzyme 2. Okay, this is coenzyme 2, and pantothenate is a component of coenzyme A. Which one of the following device is used to increase the efficiency of drug delivery via aerosols? The aerosols are administered mainly through inhalers. And to increase the efficiency of the drug delivery via aerosols, we use tube spacers. This device is used to increase the ease of administration. The ease of administration of aerosol medication from a metered dose inhaler. What these tube spacers do? This adds space in the form of tube of chamber between the mouth and the canister, that is the cylinder container of that particular medication. That is a function of this tube spacers which increase the efficiency of drug delivery. What is actuator? Actuator is simply called as a mover. It's a mover. Mover means it requires a control signal and source of energy. Then the component of a machine that is responsible for moving and controlling a mechanism of a system that we can call it as actuator. Simply example is a opening a valve. It needs a control signal and source of energy. This is also used as a medical device. But here the answer is tube spacers. The license for the retail sale of Schedule C and C1 drugs is given in the form. It's a very important question. Schedule C and C1 drug is given in the form 21. What are the drugs which are coming under this Schedule C? Biological and special products like sera, solutions of serum proteins, etc. And all biological, vitamin and antibiotic preparation which are administered through parenteral route. So all the vitamin and antibiotic preparations which are administered through parenteral route are also coming under Schedule C. Then antitoxins, antigens, then insulin, adrenaline, bacteriophages, and other sterile ligatures. All these are coming under Schedule C. And what is C1? The drugs coming under C1 are digitalis group of drugs, then ergot preparation, adrenaline preparation, other than the parenteral preparation. Okay. Then fish liver oil, vitamin preparation, which are not under the parenteral route. And vaccines which are not in a form of parenteral administration, antibiotic preparations which are not administered parenterally. The Schedule C drugs are parenteral preparation mainly, and Schedule C1 all those preparations which are not under the parenteral preparation which are scheduled in Schedule C. Okay. Then Form 19 is the application for the license to sell, stock, exhibit or offer for sale of drugs other than Schedule X. Other than Schedule X. These are coming under Form 19. And Form 20, the retail of the drugs which are specified other than Scheduled C, Scheduled C1 and Scheduled X. C1 other than those drugs which are in Schedule C, C1 and X. These are coming under Form 20. So, the license for the retail sale of Schedule C and C1 drugs is given in the Form 21. Option D is the answer. Next, the inability of the eyes to move together is known as. See, there are 6 muscles around our eye which works as a team. These 6 muscles work as a team. This team of muscles allows both eyes to focus on the same object. Okay, both the eyes looks into the same object. This makes possible by the muscles. This is all about the muscle control, not the strength of muscles. Okay, the inability of the eyes to move together. This is known as strabismus. This condition is known as strabismus. A person who is suffering from strabismus, in such case, he cannot focus on this single object by both the eyes. These muscles do not work together. As a result, one eye looks into one object, other eye looks into the other object. Then what will happen? 2 different messages are sent to brain. The message from this eye going to brain and the message from this eye going to brain. The brain gets confused. Okay. In such case, very naturally, what will brain do? It suppress or deny the image of the weaker eye. Suppose both the eyes are not in the same capacity, then the brain ignores the image of weak eye. Suppose this is the weak eye, then brain suppress or deny the images from the weak eye. If this condition is not treated, then very gradually the brain completely ignores the image of this weak eye and it will happen the loss of vision. Okay, the eye that the brain ignores will never see well. This loss of vision, that is the condition that the one eye completely lost the vision, this condition is known as lazy eye. This is known as lazy eye. So strabismus will lead to lazy eye. The inability of the eyes to move together, this inability of moving together of this eyes is known as, this condition is known as strabismus, and strabismus will lead to lazy eye condition. And one point to be noticed is that mainly this problem is happening at the time of birth. So children are affected by this condition, strabismus. What is xerophthalmia? Xerophthalmia and keratomalacia are the conditions which is resulted from the extreme deficiency of vitamin A. The starting condition is xerophthalmia. When it is in a dangerous situation, it leads to keratomalacia. In this case, cornea and conjunctiva get dry. When this cornea and conjunctiva get dry, this cornea thickens, wrinkles and becomes cloudy. Okay, the cornea becomes cloudy and softens. It softens extremely. This leads to the infection of cornea. So, keratomalacia is also known as xerotic keratitis and corneal melting. The cornea becomes soft and it undergoes infectious condition. This situation is corneal melting. So that keratomalacia is known as corneal melting and xerotic keratitis. Okay. If this condition is not treated, the softening of corneas can lead to infection, rupture and tissue changes that may result complete blindness. Xerophthalmia also lead to night blindness. Night blindness is the deficiency. All these are the resulted from the deficiency of vitamin A. What about this retinitis pigmentosa? This is a genetical disorder in which there is a disintegration of the retina. Suppose this is a scenery what we are seeing, but in the person with the retinitis pigmentosa, he can see only the center part. He cannot see the side view. This condition is known as retinitis pigmentosa. When it worsens, he can see only as he is seeing through a tunnel. So that this condition is known as tunnel vision. This is the situation when this retinitis pigmentosa worsens. The important thing is that there is no effective treatment is available for this retinitis pigmentosa. This is a genetical situation. So the inability of the eyes to move together is known as strabismus. The common side effect reported with sulfonylurea is what? What is sulfonylurea? Sulfonylurea is a class of organic compound. This is a organic compound class which is used as medicines, and also this is used in agriculture as herbicides. And sulfonylurea is mainly used as anti-diabetic in type 2 diabetes. Okay, so this is a anti-diabetic agent which increases the insulin release from the beta cells in the pancreas so that the blood glucose level will decrease. This is what is an anti-diabetic drug does. Okay, the excessive decrease of this blood glucose level will lead to hypoglycemia. So this is the common side effect which is reported with sulfonylurea. It is used as an anti-hyperglycemic agent. Hyperglycemia is the increase of blood sugar level. Okay, so sulfonylurea is used to treat hyperglycemia. So the side effect of the sulfonylurea is hypoglycemia, that is decreased sugar level in our blood. Then sulfonylurea is divided into three categories, three generations of sulfonylurea. The first generation, the examples are tolbutamide, chloropramide, etc. Okay. Then second generation sulfonylurea. The examples are glibenclamide, glycoside. All these drugs are coming under the second generation of sulfonylurea. Third generation, the main example is glimepiride. Sometimes this glimepiride also considered as second generation. Okay, so you just remember that sulfonylurea drugs are classified into three generations, first, second and third. Mainly the sulfonylurea is used to treat diabetes mellitus type 2. One important thing is to be noticed here is that it is not suitable to treat type 1 diabetes. Some other side effects of this sulfonylurea, there is a possibility to increase the weight gain, headache, hypersensitivity, and GI upset, gastrointestinal upset. These are other side effects of sulfonylurea. Main reported side effect is hypoglycemia. Okay. What is hyperthyroidism? Hyperthyroidism is overactive thyroid. Thyroid gland produces a hormone, that is thyroxine. Thyroid gland produces thyroxine hormone, and when this production of thyroxine is extremely increased, then our metabolic activity is highly accelerated. This condition is known as hyperthyroidism, and in such condition, it causes unintentional weight loss. Why? The metabolic activity is extremely accelerated due to the excessive production of thyroxine hormone. It also causes rapid or irregular heartbeat, sweating, etc. These are the symptoms of hyperthyroidism. Extremely high level production of thyroxine hormone by thyroid gland. The just opposite process is working with hypothyroidism. There is underproduction, that is the less production of the thyroxine hormone by the thyroid gland. This is known as underactive thyroid. Hyperthyroidism is overactive thyroid. Hypothyroidism is underactive thyroid. In such case, the metabolic activities are very less, so that there is an unintentional and excessive weight gain happens. It disrupts the metabolic activities, so that it disrupts the heart rate, body temperature, etc. It will lead to some types of fatigue conditions, cold sensitivity, constipation, dry skin, and unexplained weight gain. This is most common in older women. So the common side effect reported with the sulfonylurea is hypoglycemia. Antidote for iron poisoning is deferoxamine is used as an antidote for iron poisoning. What does this deferoxamine do? It binds iron and aluminium. This has a unique quality of binding iron and aluminium from our body. Due to this quality, deferoxamine is used as an antidote for iron poisoning. Okay. Basically, this deferoxamine is taken from the bacteria, that is Streptomyces pilosus. Deferoxamine is a form of siderophores. Siderophores are the small high affinity iron chelating compounds that is secreted by microorganisms like bacteria, fungi, etc. And deferoxamine is taken from this Streptomyces pilosus. This is a bacteria, so that it is a siderophore. Mainly, deferoxamine is used to reduce the effect of iron poisoning, and also this is used in a condition which is known as hemochromatosis. This is a situation of overload of iron in our body, and this happen due to multiple blood transfusions or due to genetic conditions. Okay, in both these cases, the overload of iron is happening. This condition is known as hemochromatosis. And when this overload of iron happens in our body, then the body absorbs too much of iron and it has no way to get rid of. This condition is known as hemochromatosis. To treat such condition, deferoxamine is used. And I have told you that it binds the aluminium also. In dialysis, there is a possibility of accumulation of aluminium in our blood. So, this is also used to treat this overload of aluminium in our body. Very important use of deferoxamine. What is flumazenil? Flumazenil is used as an antidote for benzodiazepine, and pralidoxime is used as the antidote of organophosphorus poisoning. Okay, and you know very well that atropine is an anticholinergic and antimuscarinic agent, and it is used to treat the poisoning of some nerve agents and pesticides. I have repeated it many times. So, antidote of iron poisoning is deferoxamine. Antidote of benzodiazepine is flumazenil. Antidote of organophosphorus poisoning is pralidoxime. And antidote for pesticide and some nerve agents is atropine. Next, tetracycline should not be administered with which one of the following beverages? Tetracycline is an antibiotic which is used to treat the infections caused by gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. Tetracycline is an antibiotic which is used to treat infections caused by gram-positive and gram-negative bacteria. This is a very important class of antibiotics, and this works by blocking the ability of the bacteria to make proteins. This is the mechanism of action of tetracycline. Okay, and tetracycline is used as antibiotic in a wide range of diseases like the infection of skin, intestine, respiratory tract infection, urinary tract infection, and the infection of other body systems. And infectious diseases like acne, cholera, plague, malaria, all these types of infections can be treated by using tetracycline. So this is a widely used antibiotic. The points which we have to take care during the administration of tetracycline is that it is administered as in the form of tablet or capsules. Okay, it should be taken empty stomach. Empty stomach means 1 hour before or 2 hours after meals. This is the standard condition of empty stomach. Okay. And it has to be taken with a full glass of water, not with less water. It has to be taken with full glass of water, but it should not be administered with milk or any other dairy products. It is preferred to take empty stomachs, and milk cannot be taken during this time of tetracycline administration. What will happen if we take milk or other dairy products with the tetracycline? These dairy products may bind to tetracycline and interfere its absorption to bloodstream. So it reduces its ability to absorb into bloodstream because this tetracycline binds with milk or dairy products. That is why it should not be administered with milk. Okay. Dried latex is, all these products gives latex, but the dried latex is taken from opium. Opium is poppy, that is Papaver somniferum. What is latex? Latex is actually a milky fluid which is found in flowering plants. But the latex of opium is dried. Dried latex is taken from opium. What about the latex of aloe vera? The aloe vera latex is a yellow fluid. Then acacia gel is also known as gum arabic. So the answer is, that is dried latex is opium. Option D. Which of the following is a metalloprotein? What is metalloprotein? Protein with a metallic ion. That is called metalloprotein. And in the given options, hemoglobin is the answer. Hemoglobin is a protein which is found in our red blood cells, and this gives red color to our blood. And this hemoglobin carries oxygen in our body. The heme factor of hemoglobin contains metal ion. That is why this is a metalloprotein. What is xanthine oxidase? Xanthine oxidase is a oxidoreductase enzyme. This is a oxidoreductase enzyme, and it generates the reactive oxygen species. What is mucin? Mucin is a glycolized protein in epithelial tissue. This is a glycolized protein in epithelial tissue. What about casein? It's a very important protein. Casein is a phosphoprotein. Okay, the phosphorus group is attached, which is mainly found in milk, mammalian milk. That is important. This is found in the mammalian milk. In cow, there is 80% of casein can be seen. In human being, 40 to 45% of human milk contains this casein protein. Okay. Nowadays, this is a major component of cheese, and this is used as a food additive. This supplies amino acids, carbohydrates, calcium, and phosphorus. This is a food supplement. Okay. The most common form of casein as a food additive is sodium caseinate. Sodium caseinate is the most common form of casein. We can see that in foods, creamers, topping agents, all these contain this casein in the form of sodium caseinate. So the correct answer of this question, that is metalloprotein, is hemoglobin. This was our last question today. Let me conclude with a quote of Mahatma Gandhi. The future depends on what you do today. Thank you for watching.